Hello, my friends. This is Paula back to celebrate Christmas in July. I know it's been a while, probably 3 weeks since I've posted a video, and I'm sorry about that. Life is just busy sometimes, you know. So today we are going to start off with a Christmas in July project. Now, this paper I'm using is a definite Christmas paper. It's a watercolor type paper, and it does have print on both sides. You do not have to have print on both sides unless you want to. It's up to you. So I kind of decided to round the corners on these papers, and I do want to tell you that Pink Strawberries with a Z is the one that I got my inspiration from. So I actually worked along her video and did a small little file book. And this is what we're going to do, only more on a Christmas level and a much bigger level. This is the same size as a traveler's notebook, 8.5 by 9. 9 being the wide side or the width, and the height is 8.5. Now, that will allow your pages to all be 4.5 inches. So, as you can see, I've got them placed in the order they need to go in. You want 3 different papers. And you want to punch a little hole at the top in the middle of all the pages except the front cover. Okay? All of them except the front cover. So we're going to get started. This is not as confusing as I may make it. Hopefully you can go over and see the video of the Pink Strawberries. I don't know her name, but I do know who. I watch her. I just don't know her name. Okay, so I'm going to use glitter glue. I'm going to put my book together first. And then I'm going to decorate. Now, this can be done. You can decorate it and put pictures in it. You can do whatever you want. I'm just making a 3-pocket file folder, the size of a traveler's notebook. And I'm using Christmas colors that go along with this blue, pink, and green. Okay. First thing I want to do is make my first pocket. So I'm going straight up the side on both sides. And then across the bottom. Now, I'm not too great on that bottom one. It kind of got crooked, didn't it? Now, you're going to only take one sheet. And right now you're putting together the front of the first 2 pages, just the front, and you're going to bring that over and make sure everything lines up correctly before you let your glue do its own thing, because it's easy to get off kilter here. Now, we'll hope for the best. And you want to go across here. And see, I did go down a score at 4.5 on each of these. And then I put the paper that I wanted facing up. So see, that's the front part of both of the first 2 pages. And now I'm going to flip over, and here's my 3rd page. And the reason I don't have this beautiful side right here is because I'm going to put these 2 not so beautiful sides together. So I'm going to do just like this. I did round the corners. She did not on hers. I just thought I'd do something different. Excuse me. Now again, you want to match these as well as you can before you let go for the glue. Get them on the seams. I did kind of cut the inside pages just a little bit smaller. Excuse me. I didn't want it hanging over the outside page. So when I get to the back, I'm going to have a space right here. So this is my third page. I'm still working. This is page 2. Page 1 is the full outside. Page 2 is attached here, and then brought it back over and I attached page 3 to it. So you have more like a book going on here, you know. And this last one is going to be a pocket also, because we're doing a file folder. I am going to only do this one today, and then I'm going to do another video. The next video will be one like this, only more Christmassy. You know, the actual Christmas colors that we like to use. Now, see, it's not, you're not going to see it wanting to, oh, I know what I did. I glued it too far up. Let's just take that off real quick. You got to glue it that way, where it has that little extra. Pages don't like to fold over each other otherwise. Okay, and still it's going to be kind of a, take a chance here on how it's going to turn out. This is just the second one I've made, so I don't have it down to a perfect art yet. Let me make sure I got these glued. Yeah, my glue's not working. My glue decided to just, when I pulled it apart, you know how glitter glue is. It doesn't cooperate quite as good as Fabri-Tac does to me, because it dries so fast and you don't have very much play time, you know, to lay it down, and we'll see how it goes now. But now, she did it with a 6x6 pad that was just, you know, one-sided. And really, it's all you need. I mean, you could do that if you're just doing a little extra something for your person that you're giving it to as a gift. And it does have to dry a little bit before you can nudge it to fold. I don't know why it's doing this. I've made the other one and didn't have that problem. So maybe because this paper is a little bit thicker. But we're going to make it work. It's going to work one way or the other. The other one did, the small one did this as well. You know, again, it's just a put together little folder. So, yeah, there we go. And, you know, I know that we have to do things certain ways to get it to cooperate. Now, I do want you to know that on the front of this, I'm going to put the Santa. Now, I decided to pop him up just barely, so he'll have like a shadow around him. So, I just drew around this fun foam that you can get at Walmart or anywhere really cheap. And I use that on big things like this, so I don't have to use a million little pop dots. And let's see if I can remember how I did this. Nope, there we go. I always like to put the sticky side down first. Make sure I get it right. It was as closest to the blue I could find. Definitely. Let me get some Fabri-Tac just to put this down, because this is a little bit stronger if I can get it to cooperate. My Fabri-Tac, I don't know if it's the heat or what, but it just keeps plugging up. It does have this small baking tip on it, but I've not ever had it do that as bad as it has lately. I even bought new tips. Thought, what's the deal? How are you guys? I hope you guys are all doing great and getting ready for another hot month, and hopefully less stormy. Listen, my kids were in Oklahoma and got hit by that big windstorm that was 90 to 100 miles per hour and destroyed a lot of stuff on my son's property. Their roof and biggest trees you ever seen in your life. I'm going to put this Santa right down here because I like the decoration at the top to show. And you can, you can decide if you want to back him with, so he stands out more. But see, I'm going for the more subtle look. All right. And so there is the front cover. Now, if we want to go back and decorate, and add some tinsel or something, we might. I've got it laid out here if we should decide to do that. Now, the first page is, let me make sure I have the first page in order here. I think this is it over here. Now, what she did, which I think was fun, it really was a lot of fun to make this project. And so I just kind of laid some things out so the video would go faster. And you usually choose which side. We're just going to put this digital. I don't know which digital. I just got it out of my stash. But, and you can decide, which side you want to have more of your piece of paper on. When we did it on this example, we just put this little kind of thin paper, and we just glued it on one side and decorated both sides. And so that's what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to put the smaller size down, and I want it to be about I want to split the difference between here and here to get it where I want it exactly. And I'm just going to use my Fabri-Tac to do that. No, my glitter glue here to do that. And you want to get this on the seam and make sure you have it folded just like what you want. Because when you lay it down, you only have to glue one side. So, you don't have much to deal with there as far as that goes. And it should, by folding this next one, you should be able to get it on there just right. You open it back up. And you do want to make sure you're keeping track of what's the top and bottom of each paper you put on. You don't want to put it on the wrong direction. Right? Okay, now you rub that in good. And make sure it's folding properly with this one. This is a thinner paper. You want to use a thinner paper for the inside. Now I have this space to decorate. And if I didn't have my tree here that I wanted to use for decorations, I decorate that side as well. But instead, I'm going to decorate right here on this side and right here on this side. Now, I decided to put this lady right here. Although, I wanted her on, is this the page I had her on? I can't remember. Isn't that terrible? It doesn't matter, really. Let me see what the next page is. Because I changed paper now, Let's just put it over here. It's kind of, this book is going to be pinks and blues. And I know a lot of people would prefer regular Christmas colors, which is why I'm going to do another video with another one of these with the Hobby Lobby type paper that's thinner. And, which that will make it nice. And this, I decided to mat this because it kind of blended. Just with a little bit of real thin Hobby Lobby like paper that's silver. Because she kind of blended in too much right here because I decided to put her here. Now, if you wanted to make this a pocket or something, you could. But I chose not to do that. And you want to make sure, you're keeping things lined up. I really can't remember where I had everything else. So we'll just see how it all goes. That goes on another page. But I think I had her right here. But let me wait and make sure. Let's go over here. I know I had that one there. And it really doesn't matter. I mean, You could put it wherever you want. Now, see, I had this one on the blue also. I was kind of doing going with the color that, you know, it was. And I'm using Withered Wood Tim Holtz Distress ink for the blue. And I'm using, what's the pink? Victoria Velvet for the pink items. And so I'm going to, I think I had this right here, and I liked the way that looked. And for some reason, I had the other one. I did Santa on here. It made that like a little pocket right there. And I know I remember doing that. It's been, you know, it's been a little bit since I put it together. And then today I tried to get, you know, oh gosh, I'm trying to get all my Christmas in July stuff together so we can have fun this month. And I could have took pictures, and I did think about that. But I'm going to kind of do him edged in blue, even though he's pink, just to kind of bring it all together. And he just goes in the pocket right here, little pink Santa. And I really did like this little piece that had the pine cone and berries. And I thought, well, this can be on his pocket. And, you know, that should be fine. Right here. Okay, there's that. And I'm trying to remember, did I have her up here? Or maybe I had this up higher. I did. I had this up higher. And I decided not to use this as a pocket, but I am going to leave it open in case I change my mind. So, you can always do it. Doesn't mean you have to use it, correct? That's right. And on this, it's more like kind of doing a collage with different elements is what I'm kind of doing here, you know. And this is a vintage. Listen, I had this little package of vintage labels. And this one was only one in there that was not yellow. So I feel like I can kind of match it in here and get away with using it. And I thought it was really it's a lot church house there. And here is a little label with two little girls that are carrying the Christmas tree. And I'm going to put them right here. And I just, you know, pretty much what I'm doing is collaging the pages. And I think it turns out really cute that way. You always want to look and make sure things are looking straight as you go along. Now, I feel like I had something up here. I bet it was her. Let me get the pink over here. Because I didn't cut her out perfect. You know how it is when you get all these little digitals and you want to cut them out. It's not so easy to cut them out perfect. Especially these little things right here on the sides where all the white's showing through, right? And yeah, there she goes. And I'm going to put her up above Santa, because that's a pretty good place to be when it's Christmas. Making sure you're good and not naughty, but you'd rather be nice. So I'm getting Charlie on the 4th of July. His family's coming to the house here in Branson. And then we're going to keep Charlie for 10 days. Yeah, I haven't done that in a long, long time. He's in 3rd grade now. He's doing wonderful, y'all. He's healed as far as I'm concerned. doctor said he was 97, 98. His immune system has kicked in. When he gets sick, it takes care of it, where before it didn't. So, ta-da! Here is the first page right here. Now, I had not decided on this, what I wanted to do. I had thought that I might put one of these ornaments up here too. And I don't know, I do it on more than one page, but I'm going to cut this little thing off because I'm not putting string on there. But I was thinking about putting one on here. Or would I rather put it down here? I like it here better. So let's do that. And I don't know how this is going to hold. So I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac. If it will come out of the bottle. It's like it is so thick that it, and this is all new. I don't know why it's acting that way. Got any hints? Okay, these are a little puffy. These are vintage also. I went into a garage sale before I moved to Branson, and there was a little lady in there that was getting rid of all her Christmas crafty stuff. And finally, she just said, well, will you give me $10 for it all? And I took it because there were so many fun little things like that. And like these tags were that same way as well. And so, yeah. So page 1 is done or complete. Now we're going to go over here, and on page 2, I kind of did like, I guess I did do that on the right page because I did blue on this page. Oh, there's another little, and so see, I kind of folded these where I wanted them, just so we wouldn't have to spend much time, because I know I'm trying my hardest to do shorter videos, but it's hard unless you have everything done ahead of time. And I can't always do that. So there we go. About the same height. Now I'm going to glue it on this left side rather than the right side. Okay. So we're going to do it right here. Okay, now I'm going to glue this right here up onto this side of the page, the left side of the page. So we can look at that little mouse down by that Christmas tree. Isn't he cute? Now, see, I did the opposite. Like here, I taped this side down. And then here, I taped the left side down. Just change it up a little bit. Now I got to remember what I actually did. Let's start right over here. I'm going to put, I know I want to put, no, I don't want that color. Well, great. There went my pink. I'll have to go back after it. I want the blue one here because you can see it better, right? This is definitely not a brown kind of inking. You should see my scrapbook room. It is pitted out with Christmas stuff. I mean, you got to get it out, right? You can't just hope for the best. Okay, so I think that I had, this needs some blue on it also. I put this little ornament on here with bells because I had a little silver bell, and I thought, well, you know, that'll look cute with, I think I'm going to add that right there. Wrong bottle. Now, if I was using this for like a travel book or whatever, I would definitely definitely put that type of thing inside here as well. So down below, I found this little old wagon, which was in all of the goodies that I had before. And it was just a little piece of paper. And so I added a little silver at the top because I didn't cut it very straight. I cut it by hand. And I'm like, really, Paula? And I'm going to put it here like a little pocket. And then I have some little tags I want to put in there. Now, I'm not going to mess with like ribbon and all that for the tags because, you know, that can be really time consuming. So I put that there. And it's going to go right down here. I'm just kind of going to be bouncing back and forth. I don't remember where I had anything really. I do remember this one thing. And the little tags are going to be inside there. Fa la 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 la. I thought this would be a fun little thing to do up some maybe for little girls or something. I haven't done that, but I could. Okay, there we go with that. Now, trying to remember. Okay. Not remembering very well what I put here. I like this little guy. This is Santa in his little blue vehicle. He's kind of got that Victorian thing going on, or shabby chic. This is a scene in the winter time with a family standing by a light post. And here is another one of these little tags or labels that have children in it, but this one has a church house. So I can't remember if I did this. I think I did. I thought that looked cute. And let me look over here. I think I had this up higher and this down here. Yeah, that's what I did on that side. So let's, except I want bells instead of that. So that was the difference, is I put a bell there. And I know that this Santa right here is so cool. Look at him. So I wanted him. I don't even know where I got these. I wished I knew if I had them on a printable, because I'd be getting them back as quick as I could. So I thought he would look cute right there. But then I had this one little thing of, maybe I had a couple of these little ornament pieces here. Now I could do it like this, so it shows on both pages, or do this over here. Well, I know I want to go with that, so let's get that on there. One of my very favorite things to do is collage with little elements like this. It's just something I love doing. And I'm going to make sure that's straight. I have a lot of fun doing that. And they're off to Christmas Eve service, it looks like. Santa's going to do his duty every way he can. Okay, and then I'm going to put this cool Santa down here. There's nothing more that nothing I like more than vintage style Christmas. That's why I had to do one to look shabby chic, because I just think they're so pretty. And this is going to go up. Was I going to put that there, or was I going to put that there? Well, let me look over here and decide. Now decide what I'm going to do on this side first. So I'm going to do this like a pocket. I'm not necessarily putting anything in it like a pocket, but there we go. This is not got very much room for glue. And I'm sure it was not meant to be used this way. Do you know what I mean? Because it looked like little ornaments. But I took them all apart and got rid of the strings. They were all tangled. And I thought I can go back when this dries. And I wanted to make sure I didn't put it on this crease so it wouldn't... I don't want to rub on it because it'll get all over the shiny part. Okay, there's that portion of that. And then I think I do want to add this here so it shows on both pages. So let me go like this. And normally I wouldn't decorate this busy of paper up. You know, because it is pretty busy. Let's get serious about that, right? Now, I'm trying to remember. I feel like I put the Merry Christmas right there. We'll find out. Or did I put it right here? I like it over here. I just, you know, we've got that little journaling spot there. If someone should want to journal on it. This is really, would be cute in a traveler's notebook. And that's why I did it up that way. Because I have plans on making some Christmas traveler's notebooks, you guys. And depending on how much time I have, I'm going to have my grandson, but he likes to hang out with Papa. He loves his Grammy. And he wants me when the time is right. But when it's time to play, he wants Papa. And he's already planning all the things. You know, we live in a tourist town, so he's already got that all planned out. And this is not going to stick, so we probably will have to use some Fabri-Tac. You might be able to see it, but it dries clear, so I'm not too worried about that. Because I'm not going to let it mess up my idea. I'll hold it here for a minute. I don't know if it's going to stay. If it doesn't, we'll just put a label or just a paper Merry Christmas or something like that on there. And I guess feels like it needs something right here, but I don't want the ornament there. And I don't know what it could be. It could be something like that, which is just a little tag, but it really needs string or something, you know. Let me think. Let me look through my stuff. I do have this. I think I'm going to put right up there. And it's already been inked, I think. Maybe. It has. I just love a cluster of just old vintage pictures of Christmas, and I just think it turns out so pretty. Now that page, I think, is pretty much done. Now, here is where I'm trying to decide what to do. I'm looking over here in my stack. I may come back to that because I'm really not sure, you know, what to put there yet. Could put this little fa la 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 la, but it's not really facing the right direction. So, some pineapple, or pineapples. There is a little label that maybe later, if I can't come up with something, I might do it. And of course, you've got this little girl. You know, you can always add more. You can more it to death sometimes. And I'm not sure about that yet. So we may come back to that and figure out, you know, we got to get going here. All right, so that's page 2 completed. And now we have our last pocket right here. And I don't know how I did that, but I had a third page, I thought. Maybe I just didn't plan it that way. But, yeah. So I'm going to decorate inside each of these little pockets is a place to put a... See, that was fun. That was just really a lot of fun. So just, I'm going to let that sit on top of that label, and maybe that will stick. So now we're going to fill our pockets and put our tabs on. And I forgot to get out. I inked each page. And these are made, but they're with the other paper. And that's okay, because it's just more the merrier, you know. So what we're going to do is glue down journaling spots, because this is like a small journaling book or whatever. And you can add anything you want. Those other 2 pockets, I did not make any tags to put up there. I mean, the tags I have are too short for that little portion. Isn't that pretty? And then you have the other side. Part of me's like, keep the pretty side and put this on the... Yeah, let's do that. We're just going to center this on here, on each one of these. And we're going to put a tag, or not a tag, a tab on these little... Where'd they go? There they are. So I probably will do it on this side so we can line it up right there. We'll do this one like that. And then we can lift the other one around. And I could put just a little bit right there. So they'll have a beautiful back. They can do whatever they want to do with it. And we can add some decorations because I have more. So we'll decorate each one of these. Now I think that is crooked. It was straight. It was straight. Nah. It's going to have to stay crooked. Maybe we'll put something to camouflage it. It's not too bad. It's not awful. Like this little girl. She could camouflage anything. Isn't she cute on there? Let's see what else we got. Just in case we want to do something else. I like her just singing. So let's put a little bit of pink on her. I know you guys are, I hope I'm staying in camera, you guys. My phone is not, my stand is wanting to lean. I hope it doesn't affect the video. If it does, I'm sorry. Just let me know in the comments if it does, and I'll get my husband to help me fix it. It hasn't seemed to bother anything, and it's been like that for ages, but sometimes I wonder. Okay, we're going to put her. Now, she has a lot of little points on her, and the fact that she's going in a pocket, you want to make sure you get all those little points. I've taken up so many other crafts since I talked to you guys. You know, this is what I do. Put her down here because she's singing. So when you pull her out, it's like she's going to have a little bit of vocals going on. So make sure she's good and dry before you put her in there. I don't know. I may add something else. You just don't know about me. You know, I may end up adding some tinsel. And so that would kind of cover up that crooked page too, wouldn't it? Oh my. Pala pala. And see, I think that would be adorable right there. And I may do that off screen. If I have time, I'll do it on screen. How's that? Okay, now this is the other side, and these have not been inked. So you can see the white edges. So you definitely want to ink those. And I'm going to show you where this first one goes. Now you have a choice of putting this in the at the top or at the bottom. You could turn it either way, you know, however you want to turn it. But I'm going to do, let me think. I think I'm going to do where the pink is facing out, which means these better fit too, because, you know, I did cut them way down. So yeah, there they go. So I'm putting it in here. So, because what I'm planning on doing is putting tinsel across the top of these, and I'll just have to see how that goes, you know. And then I've got the tabs on them, and I'll put some labels on the tabs. So here's number 2 going here. Let's see. I already inked it. It's kind of got, it's green, but isn't that pretty? Oh my, that's pretty. So we're going to put it on this side because I want it to not show glue through this paper. I'm using Fabri-Tac. It's one thing they're good about with Fabri-Tac is you can't see where the lines are. It's the only thing I don't like about the other. Now let's see if I can keep that straight. I'm going to go ahead and ink this one and put it down too. Or not ink it, but glue it down. And then I'll ink all of those two at the same time. When I get toward, get the other one like this made, I'm going to put them in my Etsy shop. And this is the time to be buying Christmas, you know, things like this. You're going to have, of course, this isn't a December daily thing, but I do have 2 Christmas books completed. They're not in my shop right now, but they will be. Frosty the Snowman, and it's a beautiful deer book. It's just really, honestly, breathtaking. It's so pretty. Okay, then we've got this page already done. So we want to put one of these in here, but we have to ink it. Goodness, if I don't remember these things, it gets me in trouble. Both of these look blue, but believe it or not, one of them is slightly a green. Now we need to put some kind of decoration on this one. since, let me ink this first. And that way, they'll all three have a little decoration. Okay, there we go. So, let's decide top from bottom here. There we go. That's the top. So, I'm going to put the tag on here. This one's going to go in the middle. If I can find my tags. Everything's kind of rearranged from the time I start. Start off pretty good. And then before you know it, it's a disaster. Okay. When I did the little booklet that she did on her channel, I used a lot of staples just to, you know, make it faster. I don't plan on doing that. On this one's got too much, I don't want to say elegance, but it's pretty elegant, huh? Let me see if I have anything else that would be pretty down on this one. I think these little deer are so cute. But they got ears and stuff that might not make it. I don't know. Can't decide. Let me look. This is how it goes, right? You get it all planned out, and then before you know it, you can't decide. Well, for one thing, he needs inked. So be sure you do my Christmas in July part 2, because that is going to be another one of these, only in Christmas colors, very bright and cheery, and one side has decorations and one side does not. So, be interesting to see what everybody comes up with. Okay, we're going to get these little ears real good, because we know what they'll do. They'll poke out. And these little flimsy arms. You guys, I don't know about you, but I have to cut all this stuff out. And why, I don't know. For 2 years in my closet, I've had a brother cutting machine. My husband got me for Christmas. I've never taken out of the box. But now that my hands are not as great as I would like them to be, I guess I will be making a change when it comes to that. I've also got the new Better Press that just came out with Spellbinder. If you haven't seen it, get over there. And also, I just got the Glimmer foil machine. That's also Spellbinders, I think. I'm almost positive it is. Okay, let me get something to kind of dab that so that doesn't glue. Any cute. Cutie. The glue wants to stick to me now. Trust me, it is. Okay, so it's hidden dry, but we're going to put it in there. I think it needs a little more glue right there. Okay, now, again, I'm going to put the pretty part toward the front of the book and the tab with the message part right here facing toward the back. And so, let's get this one in here. Of course, everything's still kind of wet, so you kind of have to be careful not to rip anything open. There we go. tab 2. Now we're going to go to the very last one. And let's see, that's the right way for it to go. So let's do it like this. What did I do with my eraser? Right in front of me. Okay, I had this marked, but I couldn't decide which side to put it on, so that's why, you know, it ended up on here. So let's put the tab. Let's see, where do we want it to be? At this part right down here. Maybe. Hopefully. You know, it's a lot of work to I mean, it's taken me a couple of days to prepare for my videos because I can't just jump in and do it without having everything ready. I'd be there all day if I didn't. So, got the tabs down. Now, what do we want to put on this one? Right there. Let's see, what was the other cute thing I had planned on putting on there? Wasn't those. That's just how it is, right? Let me find something. Oh, here's something right here. Okay, this would be cute down here. I thought this was adorable. Little Christmas package. It says A Bright Christmas on it. And it looks very Victorian style too. Shabby chic, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm going to put it right here. Right at the top this time. And if you didn't want to make this a writing book, you could leave this paper part off and just do a decorative book to have fun with. And you could decorate both sides of your tabs. And so there we go. Now, let me see how much time we got left. This is our end result. Why is it the tag in the front that does never want to cooperate? It just, one end wants to go in further than the other one. You know, it is homemade, after all. So there we go. That's the front. Let me see our time. Oh, sorry, guys. What I had thought about doing was going along and putting some of this flat tinsel right here. And so I'm going to show you how it's going to look. It's going to look just like this. Okay, since we don't have time to do it. Right inside. And you want to do it on the, not the side you got the paper on, but the other side. Fun, right? Or I have Tim Holtz, which might do better because the ends don't ravel. So that might look even better. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is Tim is what it's going to happen. It's going to be right there. I got to get them out and do them and get it all lined up straight. But just so you know, this is our first project in the Christmas in July. So I hope you guys had fun. Oh, and I'm going to put labels on here too. I've got a bunch of little Christmas sayings and different things that I'll probably put on there. I just got to dig through here and find them. Like this one's cute. It says Christmas. And it can go just like that if I decide to use that one. But, you know, it's just a bunch of little things in here. Like Dreaming of a White Christmas. Here comes Santa Claus. Because I want this to be nice. I will be putting it in my shop at some point in this month. Probably wait till I get the other one done. And yeah. So I hope you had fun today. Because I did. And I'm so glad to be back visiting with you guys. Tell me what you thought. And hope you have this is actually the 30th, but I'm calling it January 1st because I wanted to get it done and have it out tomorrow. So this will release out on July 1st. So, enjoy. Have a great 4th of July, everyone. Be safe. And don't get too hot and eat lots of hamburgers and hot dogs. Bye now.